Darius Kane boarded the first-class cabin of Apex Airways Flight 512 to Los Angeles, his custom suit fitting like a second skin, the weight of his leather briefcase, a familiar companion after closing another multi-million-dollar deal in New York, his life a symphony of success as the founder and CEO of Kane Dynamics, a tech giant revolutionizing sustainable energy, but also the silent majority owner of Apex Airways, an investment he kept discreet to experience the service authentically, settling into seat 1 Ampere with a nod to the flight attendant whose name tag read Sarah. Her smile professional but fleeting as she greeted the white businessman across the aisle with effusive warmth. "Welcome aboard, Mr. Thompson. Your usual champagne?" she asked, carefully pouring the bubbly with a flourish, Darius noting the disparity but brushing it off as he opened his laptop to review quarterly reports, the cabin filling with affluent passengers' suits discussing stocks, a celebrity scrolling her phone, Sarah moving through service, offering hot towels and beverages, her tone shifting cooler as she reached Darius. "Towel?" dropping it without eye contact, his pre-ordered scotch ignored while others received theirs. Darius politely reminding, "I believe I pre-ordered the Macallan." Sarah's response curt, "We're out juice or water," despite the fully stocked cart visible. Darius exhaling. Years of navigating microaggressions as a black executive teaching him patience. But curiosity piqued, activating his phone's recording app discreetly, the flight taking off smoothly, meal service beginning with gourmet options, filet mignon for the aisle, neighbor lobster for the couple behind, but Sarah placing before Darius a tray with a sandwich visibly moldy, green spots dotting the bread, her smirk subtle as she walked away. "Enjoy." Darius lifting the lid, the stale odor confirming it, his pulse quickening not from anger but recognition. This was deliberate. Passengers glancing curiously, the man across asking, "That looks off, want me to say something?" Darius shaking his head. "I'll handle it," pressing the call button, Sarah returning with feigned surprise. "Problem?" Darius calmly. "This sandwich is moldy, I'd like what I ordered," her retort. "That's all we have for certain passengers." The implication hanging. Darius's voice even. "Certain passengers?" Sarah leaning in. "You know, upgrades or points real first class gets priority." Her whisper caught on recording. "These seats aren't for everyone." Darius's eyes narrowing, years of boardroom battles preparing him, pulling out his phone to email the airline's HR head he knew personally, investigate Flight 512 discrimination in progress, attaching a photo of the moldy food, Sarah retreating with a huff, whispering to colleague Mike. These types always complain, thinks he owns the place. Unaware of the cabin mic system Darius had installed fleet-wide for quality control, accessing it via app to confirm recording, the flight continuing as Darius documented exchanges, a white passenger intervening. "That's not right, give him a proper meal," Sarah's snap. "Mind your business," escalating tension, Darius staying composed, messaging board chair, potential crisis on Apex flight bias evident, handling discreetly, the man in 1B leaning over. "I've seen this before, want me to call corporate?" Darius declining. "Appreciate it, but I've got this." The moldy insult no longer just personal but a catalyst for exposure, Sarah returning with water instead of scotch, her tone dripping condescension. "This should suffice." Darius capturing it all. The cabin buzzing with whispers, the flight attendant's attitude shifting the atmosphere, passengers exchanging looks, the black man in 1 Ampere handling it with remarkable poise. Mike approaching. "Sir, let's not make a scene." Darius replying. "The scene was made when I was served rotten food," the confrontation brewing as Sarah muttered under her breath. Always playing the victim, the recording picking up every word. Darius's email to HR pinging with response. "Team alerted, Keep evidence flowing, the plane hitting turbulence, mirroring the rising storm in the cabin, Sarah's bias unraveling in real time as Darius prepared his next move, the subtle slight evolving into a full-blown reckoning that would shake the airline to its core, passengers beginning to side, a woman in 2C murmuring, "That's unacceptable." The man in 1B nodding agreement, the moldy sandwich sitting like evidence on his tray, Darius's calm exterior masking the strategic mind calculating how to turn this injustice into a lesson for the entire industry, the flight's smooth altitude belying the turbulence of human prejudice below. Sarah glancing back with unease, sensing the shift, but too late to reverse, the slight no longer isolated but a spark, igniting a firestorm of accountability. Darius's phone vibrating with board responses. Full support proceed as needed, the chapter of the subtle slight closing on a note of impending confrontation, the moldy food a symbol of deeper rot that Darius would expose with calculated precision, the air thick with anticipation as Sarah whispered to Mike, "He's just one passenger, what can he do?" Unaware that one passenger was about to change everything, the reckoning brewing like the storm outside, ready to break with thunderous force, the moldy, slight not the end but the beginning of a transformation that would redefine service and equality in the skies. Darius's quiet power, a force no bias could withstand, the chapter's tension mounting as the flight pressed on, the moldy insult, a turning point in a story of justice waiting to unfold. But the real storm was just beginning. Sarah's casual racism now a ticking bomb. Darius's documentation a fuse lit, the passengers unwitting witnesses to history in the making, the flight a microcosm of society's flaws, where one man's stand could ripple into waves of change, the moldy food not forgotten but a catalyst for a revolution in the air, Darius's eyes fixed on his screen, the emails pouring in from board members. This ends now full backing. The chapter building to the flash of power that would illuminate the darkness of discrimination. The subtle slight, a prelude to a symphony of justice. Caldwell's hands shook as he removed the cuffs. Judge Brooks. Apologies, this was a mix-up. Kiana's gaze steel. Mix-up? You assumed theft based on my race-ignored witnesses. Threatened search. Torres stepping in. Ma'am, we followed protocol. Kiana retorting, protocol that violates rights. I'm on the reform committee. I know the flaws, pulling her ID from the portfolio, flashing the badge with Superior Court seal. Judge Kiana Brooks, chair of Police Accountability Board. The crowd gasping, phones capturing the moment, Amari's stream exploding to 75,000 comments. She ended him. Caldwell stammering. I had a report. Kiana demanding, show me. Dispatch confirming no active theft. Caldwell exposed. His 12 bias complaints surfacing in viral threads. This guy's a repeat offender, Mrs. Ellis shouting, I tried telling you. Her son arriving as Sergeant. Mom? What's going on? Recognizing Kiana. Your Honor, release her now. Caldwell's career flashing. Kiana addressing cameras. This exemplifies profiling I fight assumptions over evidence, listing violations, illegal detention, false arrest under 1,983 offering choices. Prosecution, demotion with testimony, or resignation. Caldwell choosing demotion. I'll reform testify on bias, the ID flash not just revealing identity but igniting calls for change, chief arriving, internal review immediate. Kiana's delayed vote influencing the bill she was en route to. Passing with Cam's mandated. The flash sparking department audits, Caldwell's testimony before legislature admitting flaws, I profiled a judge could be anyone, leading to statewide training revamps, Amari's video gaining millions, launching her advocacy career, Mrs. Ellis honored for intervention, Mall implementing anti-bias policies, Kiana founding Brooks Justice Center for profiling victims, the flash's light exposing shadows, turning personal humiliation into systemic shift. Caldwell's redemption through community service. Mentoring rookies on equity, the chapter of Revelation closing with Kiana's speech, "One ID changed a career, let's change the system." The crowd cheering as Justice's echo rippled outward, a single flash illuminating paths to enduring equity. The story's tension releasing into waves of transformation that would reshape law enforcement for generations. But the immediate fallout was a media storm, Kiana's phone ringing off the hook with interviews, her composure in the video praised as iconic, the department suspending Caldwell pending review, his union distancing, no tolerance for bias, the mall's CEO issuing apology, "We stand against discrimination, full cooperation with investigations." Amari's blog exploding, offers from networks pouring in. "Your footage changed lives," she telling Kiana. "Thank you for speaking truth." Mrs. Ellis's story going viral as the grandma who tried to stop it, her interview emphasizing, "Listen, when elders speak, we know." Kiana returning home to hugs from family, her husband David, "Proud of you, handled with grace." The twins asking, "Mommy, why the man mean?" Her explanation age-appropriate. "Some people judge books by covers, we teach better." The bill passing unanimously. Mandating cams and training. Kiana's vote cast remotely. "This one's for every profiled person." The center opening with ribbon cutting. Caldwell attending as guest. "Your mercy saved me, now I save others." His testimony emotional. "Blind spots kill trust, open eyes save lives." The foundation funding legal aid for victims. Scholarships for youth in law. Kiana's speeches nationwide. One stop sparked Reform Your Voice next. The mall renaming Lot Equity Plaza with plaque commemorating the incident, from assumption to accountability. Amari's documentary, Flash Justice, winning awards, proceeds to center. Caldwell's book Badge of Bias bestseller, donating to anti-profiling causes. Kiana's memoir Cuffed for Justice, inspiring films. The story taught in schools as civil rights lesson. Years later, Kiana Chief Justice, Caldwell Academy instructor, Amari Senator, Mrs. Ellis statue in park, the twins lawyers fighting bias, Kiana's grandchildren asking, "Grandma, tell the ID story." Her smile. It started with a car and ended with change. The legacy a beacon, where one flash ignited eternal light, proving prejudice's darkness yields to truth's dawn. Zara's victory in court marked the dawn of a new era. The judge's gavel echoing like a liberation bell as she walked out with Kai by her side. The twins in strollers pushed by Ethan, her lawyer-turned-partner whose steadfast support had blossomed into love during those late-night strategy sessions amid legal briefs and whispered confessions, their first public outing as a family drawing flashes from paparazzi but Zara holding her head high. "This is our truth, embrace it or step aside." The media frenzy shifting from scandal to admiration as influencers praised her courage, number Zara strong trending with stories of women reclaiming power from betrayal. Back at the penthouse, the atmosphere transformed, walls once cold now adorned with the twins' finger paintings and Kai's school awards, family dinners becoming rituals where Zara shared recipes from her grandmother's kitchen, spicy jollof rice and plantains, symbolizing roots, reclaimed Ethan joining seamlessly, his dry humor lightening moods, proposing on a yacht under Manhattan's skyline with a ring engraved from rain to rain, the wedding a fusion of elegance and culture, Zara in a gown blending African prints with couture lines, vows exchanged before a diverse crowd of tech moguls and community leaders, Kai as best man, the twins' flower bearers, the honeymoon in the Caribbean doubling as a scouting trip for foundation sites, Zara launching the Elisa Lennox initiative for street orphans, channeling millions into programs, shelters with holistic care, education grants, vocational training drawing from Kai's hardships to design mentorship models where survivors like him trained as counselors, the foundation's first center in Harlem becoming a beacon, hosting events where Kai spoke to at-risk youth. From rain-soaked despair to this warmth, it's possible with one act of kindness, moving donors to pledge record sums. Zara's speech honoring Elisa, "She gave life where I couldn't." Her legacy lives through us, tears flowing as the twins toddled on stage, symbolizing unity. The initiative expanding to 12 cities within a year, partnering with governments for policy changes on orphan rights. Zara testifying before Congress on child welfare, her story swaying votes for increased funding. Victor's final appeal denied, his disgrace complete as embezzlement charges stuck, leading to prison time. Zara visiting him once, "I forgive you, not for you, but for me." Her mercy a lesson in grace. Zara's resolve hardening. The family thriving as Kai excelled in high school. Valedictorian speech dedicating to the woman who stopped in the rain and gave us wings. Attending MIT on full scholarship, majoring in social entrepreneurship. The twins, Leo and Leah, blossoming into creative forces. Leo inventing eco-friendly toys for orphanages. Leah writing poetry books sold to fund literacy programs. Their teen rebellions mild. Leo sneaking out for hackathons. Leah protesting for climate justice. Zara guiding with wisdom born from her own storms. Channel passion into purpose. Ethan and Zara adopting 2 more from the foundation. A sibling pair from Somalia. The household, a vibrant mosaic of cultures. Holidays blending Diwali lights with Kwanzaa principles. Thanksgiving turkeys with Ethiopian injera. The penthouse echoing with languages, Swahili lessons for the twins. Mandarin apps for Kai. Zara's empire, evolving with AI for global orphan matching, preventing separations. Ethan's firm-winning landmark cases for immigrant rights, their 20th anniversary. A quiet vow renewal on a Kenyan safari. Watching lions with grandchildren. We roared through our trials. Ethan joking, Zara laughing, and purred in peace. Kai marrying his college sweetheart, a humanitarian doctor, their wedding in the Harlem Center with alumni as guests. The twins launching their ventures, Leo, a non-profit for tech in slums, Leah, an art therapy program in shelters, Zara's health dip about with pneumonia prompting succession plans, Kai taking CEO reins at the foundation, innovating with drone deliveries for remote aid. The twins as ambassadors traveling to Asia for expansions. Ethan and Zara retiring to a Bahamas villa, consulting remotely, gardens blooming with hybrid roses symbolizing blended lives, grandchildren visiting with tech gadgets and art supplies. Grandma, tell the rain story, the legend passed down. Zara's memoirs, Drops of Destiny bestseller funding university dorms for former fosters. Ethan's legal texts required reading in law schools, their golden years filled with board games where empire mirrored life's twists, reflections on Marcus. He gave us pain, but pain gave us purpose. The legacy, a global network saving 500,000 orphans annually, awards pouring in Nobel nomination for peace through child welfare. Zara declining, the real prize is their smiles. The horizons eternal as the foundation's motto, from storm to sanctuary, inspired billions, proving one rainy glimpse birthed endless sunshine. The family's tapestry rich with threads of forgiveness, growth, and unwavering love. But the true depth came in quieter moments, Zara mentoring young women at centers, sharing, betrayal broke me, but rebuilding defined me. Kai's children asking, did it really rain that day? Her reply, it poured, but we danced in it. Ethan's hand in hers during sunsets. Our storm made the rainbow. The chapter of horizons expanding not just in scope, but in hearts touched, where every rescued child was a victory over past shadows, the renewal a testament to resilience's beauty, the story's waves carrying forward eternally.